is a technical subject and it cannot be opted by anyone like public administration, sociology, anthropology, which can be opted by anyone without background. So that is one good thing that you have studied the subject earlier. And one more thing, here those who have problems in expression, they can do better in geology, because it is more diagrammatic. Hardly few sentences or few words to be written. If you do not draw diagrams, then geology is not going to be scoring, because it is a life science. Simply literary explanation will not work here. Secondly, there are two papers. First paper is more diagrammatic, particularly section A. Section B, that is ecology, ethology, economic geology, then biostat, instrumentation. One may think that these areas do not require diagrams. Even here also you have to give diagrams. And then only you can score well. See, it is believed by the evaluators, if you are not drawing diagrams, you are not geological in approach. Because your copies will be evaluated by geologists only. They have mindset up. The diagrams should be there. And sometimes diagrams appear to be funny. But if you draw that, it will be scoring. So even in this part of the syllabus, ecology, ethology, here also you draw diagram. It is a lengthy optional because you have to study all the typologies of invertebrates from phylum Protozoa to Echinodermata. Then all the classes of vertebrates from Pisces to mammals. That is only section A, paper 1. And there is comparative anatomy apart from these two. So these three things together make section A. Section B is quite shorter than section A, but things are conceptual. Ecology based on concepts. Ethology is quite conceptual. Biostat, by instrumentation, these are also conceptual. As far as second paper is concerned, section A comprises cytology, genetics, molecular biology, and evolution. The entire section A of paper 2 is conceptual and technical to a great extent. Then comes section B of paper 2. Many things are related to medical science. And students with medical background, they are doing well in this part. But one thing, in your medical science, you explained with literature. There was literary explanation, no diagrammatic explanation. Many of our students were medical science students, doctors, BDS. They always presented here with literature, because in your subjects, diagram is not emphasized. But here, when you are drawing, writing biochemistry, even there also you should give diagrams. For example, Krebs cycle. What you do? Give the flowchart of Krebs cycle, flowchart of cycle. But here you draw the diagram of mitochondria. And within mitochondria, you show the Krebs cycle. then it will be more screwing. So here also make it diagrammatic. That is a typical approach of zoology. See, every science, every subject has its own identity. For example, physics cannot be done without numericals. Can you imagine physics without numericals? Chemistry without equation cannot be imagined. Similarly, zoology, botany, they cannot be imagined without diagrams. So if you write only few words in introduction, conclusion, and do everything in diagrams, then you can score 350 marks. In our class in 2012, one student scored 412, 414. And this is the record mark so far in UPSC. Only in zoology. Then it was of 600 marks, not 500. So when he wrote zoology on his own, then he got just 238. Even he could not face the interview because he was from veterinary background. Then he came to me, he took coaching and he followed in toto what we have told him. In that attempt, he got 414 because his approach was medical approach. So you will be writing same thing in information. Here, zoology will also use the same facts. It cannot be different. But if you are writing only with literary expression, that is not going to be